And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So South Carolina's return team will have that offense backed up. This rivalry can fly under the radar from time to time, but trust me, the Gamecocks and Tigers do not like each other.
No, and it doesn't fly under the radar to the people in South Carolina, because there's always a debate of Clemson versus South Carolina and bragging rights fully on the line.
What's fun about this game is that someone gets to play spoiler, and in recent years we've seen Clemson in the national championship picture late in the year. Regardless of what South Carolina's record is, they are trying to ruin Clemson's season.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the left. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Does need a few inches on this opening drive to pick up a first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out fast. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. The give to the back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the stakes... And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And this is a guy who is very quickly rewriting the record books for his school. 5 sacks. That is not a typo. 5 sacks his last time out, and here he is getting his first in the game.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So the Clemson Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put...
He's going to take a shot right away. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, Hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heel.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Clemson 14, South Carolina.
And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will open from the 15. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the gun, running back on the move. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. From the gun, trying to get to it.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
21, South Carolina 0.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Graves. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Clemson jumps to the line. Clemson just put a beat down on the Gamecocks the last time these two met.
Yeah, it wasn't even close, and Clemson's talent being far superior dominated cocky. They got to have an answer this time, Jesse. They were embarrassed a year ago.
South Carolina just has to start faster. You're not going to beat a team like Clemson with all of their athletes if you're sleepwalking out of the tunnel.
Going up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Clemson! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Clemson, 28. South Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Paul, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away.
To kick it away.
Slips through the line. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they got him for the sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Graves. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Snagged in the middle. It's Etienne. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
You know, runs like this, oftentimes you're like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Feeling some heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Got a man, it's Parker. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He wants to throw. Quarterback moving. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now on second down after the incompletion. Looking to throw it again. Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Middle Tennessee pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there inside Floyd Stadium. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. They'll try the run. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Makes him talk to the hand. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He'll start this drive firing. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Clemson jumps to the line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Gets away from 1. He turns it loose to the left. Wide open, he makes the catch. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win and can
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This guy's just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. Let's not say they cut into the deficit in that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. On the run from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Graves. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback will audible. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Clemson is quick to the line.
Man, this quarterback is having a 1st half. He's over 200 yards already.
And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. The 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Gamecocks are threatening in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Looking for a huge play. He's got it down the right side. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just feeds the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit.
Offense facing defense.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Running to Green. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On the run, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Graves. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down.
Clemson offense will take over. First and 10.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Lofts one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to fire deep. Brings it down on the right side. The expressway is wide open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Clemson jumps to the line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Graves. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy kick.
Touchdown, Tiger! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Clemson 56, South Carolina 10.
Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Clemson. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UTEP handled its business today, and given what the week was like in El Paso, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Slings it downfield. He caught it. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Shakes off the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Coming after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. On the move, it's Graves. He gets a block. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
From the gun, the running back has it. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They're trying to get to him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense time of credit.
And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Running it back, it's Graves. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Stands in and takes the hit. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Clemson is quick to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man. It's Parker. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively. You've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
To the ground with the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Clemson set up with another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the single back. Sweet feet on the move. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
He'll ride his man on the option. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown has ensued. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Man, I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll go right back to it. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Power football with the run. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. Now on 3rd down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dances away. Got rid of it just in time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Trying to make their way to the promised land on 3rd and goal. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
He'll be brought down at the 4-yard line on 4th and goal. Didn't even get close. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Running to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to the well. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making right around the 35-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm
Off he goes! He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes. Back able to make a cut. 1st down.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Clemson.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
This is a 3rd and long.
Let's go!
On the move. Dances away from 1. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. I think, he's been a guy that they give him the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Quarterback keeper will not get there. A 4th down stop.
This is so what Jesse Palmer, exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the poll.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And I tell you what, man, you got to do a better job of taking care of the football. I got to know, I got the first down. Running backs, this is job security. You better handle that thing well, Paul.
And because of that, David, you might...
Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Motion from the offense. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First and goal, Clemson.
Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal.
Here we go.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up.
Oh, Bob, they come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Gonna run it. It's Parker. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Clemson jumps to the line.
Brings up second down.
The give to the back. Nice move to stay on his feet. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Hand off to the lone back. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll try to pick up the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. You know what's great about rivalry?